SBS was good. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Got another semen retention video for y'all, man. I want to keep coming more with these because I realize this is like the topic that I have like really the most knowledge on, right? I'm more of a spiritual sort of self-improvement guy, and I realize I gotta speak more about these topics instead of, trying to talk about bullshit subjects that don't really matter. Excuse the language, but listen, as somebody that's on semen retention, you can really impact hundreds of lives, right? You're probably like, what that got to do with semen retention? You got to understand, bro. I've said this before. When you're on semen retention, you have more aura, you have more light to you, you have more energy that you keep in, right? The energy that you keep in and what you do with that energy will determine your ceiling and how far you really go in life, right? But I watched an interview from Terry Crews. He was interviewed by Shannon Sharp, right? And, they were on the topic of money, right? They were on the topic of how to really make money, right? Now, obviously, I just said that I'm spiritual, I know, and I'm, religious stuff, God and all that. But, money does, unfortunately, is a big part of this physical realm. Unfortunately, it's not a good thing to me, but it is part of it, right? And it does somewhat measure, sort of your work that you put in and sort of your, not your success level, but more of like your status, kind of. You feel what I'm saying? Me, I don't like to beat around the bush with that. I don't like to say stuff like that, but it is true, right? It is true, right? You guys know it. I know it. We're all grown here. And if you are young, it's good that you know this early, right? That stuff does matter. He was mentioning that, yes, a doctor might deserve to make more than like a basketball player. But you got to realize doctors only have a couple of patients. They're only impacting a couple of people's lives per day, right? But millions of people want to see LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant. They want millions of people enjoy seeing them. In order to make a lot of money and to really be successful, you have to impact hundreds, thousands, millions of people, right? And that's what semen retention can do for you. You got to realize a lot of people, you're more important than you think, right? And what I mean by that is you impact a lot more people than you think. It's just people won't give you those props until you're dead. That sounds really bad to say, but it's just what it is. People won't give you those props until you're dead, right? Then they'll reflect, because you're gone. People will reflect how you impacted their lives and what you did and your presence and your aura. People will really start to notice that. Majority of these people, they aren't spiritual, so they're not tuned into that type of stuff at all. But death is a spiritual thing. Your energy is transferred out into now the afterlife, right? It's not in the physical world anymore. So now when you have that sort of aura to you, people will start to feel it. When you're on semen retention, naturally, you ever looked at somebody and just got motivated and just felt something, right? That's a certain aura that you could really give off if you really lock in on semen retention, man, right? Obviously, semen retention isn't everything, right? Obviously, it's good to, go on a long streak, and then, it's good to be able to go on and off with this stuff. But the truth is when you are on semen retention, life has peaks and valleys. There's certain phases that you go through in life, right? Where you want to lock in, and there's other times where you might be chill and you might be in a rest and digest mode. The reason I bring that up is because, obviously you're not going to be on semen retention for your entire life. At some point, somebody is going to relapse, right? I know me, I've been on semen retention 4 years. At some point, I'm going to relapse, but I just want it to be on my own terms. I don't want it to just be because I got some random demon attack and I just acted on the thoughts that I was given. I want it to be a real special moment, you feel me? Back to the topic though. When it comes down to really impacting people, changing lives, this was my dream from the start, right? A little bit of personal story on me. Ever since I was in high school, I always wanted, at first, my head wasn't all the way straight. I wanted to be famous, right? I wanted to be somebody that was well known, and I wanted to be somebody that was really, like, all the attention was on me. But then as I got further and further into life, I realized I really wanted to make a change in a positive way. That's why I posted the channel. I wanted people that I could relate to and impact the lives of people. That Terry Crews quote hit me hard because it's like, rappers, ball players, they make millions of dollars because millions of people want to listen and want to absorb their content every day. You impact their lives. Business owners, they make millions because the products that they make impacts people. Whereas if you're somebody that, yeah, you're a doctor, you don't really impact their lives that much. Well, you impact lives, you save lives, but you're not impacting a whole lot of lives compared to, some internet celebrity that's making way more, right? And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, like this is kind of the path that I wanted to choose. When it comes down to having your aura and getting your aura up, you got to realize people will look at you a certain way. People are shallow. Unfortunately, people will judge, right? And a lot of people tend to ignore the spiritual aspects of self-improvement and getting your life together, and they only really focus on the physical parts, looks maxing, getting girls and all that stuff, right? The reason why I don't talk about that a whole lot is because I know that the mental and spiritual part of self-improvement is way more important, because that's what you can really take with you, right, after you pass, not the physical stuff. So I know that it's way more important to build up so that you're really set up for a good afterlife, right? If you believe in that, even though, to be honest, it doesn't matter what you believe, it is real. Like, it is what it is. Like, whatever you believe, it is real. So when it comes down to semen retention, you're a lot more important than you think. Let's say if you died tomorrow, right, and you were in school, let's say a college student, because I'm in college. Let's say you died tomorrow, right? Your seat being empty in the class, that would make everyone sad. All the people that knew you in the past, they would be sad, right? They would feel it, right, within them, right? They might not tell you this in person, but they'll start to reflect on how you were as a person and what your character was and how you operated in this lifetime and what legacy you left on this earth, truth be told, right? They'll start to talk about it and discuss it, right? People will give their condolences, all that stuff, and it'll really hit them, especially if they knew you, right? All the people that knew you in the past, they'll be like, dang, like, that's tough, he really gone, right? The teachers, even though you might not even like your teacher like that, you feel me? But they might be like, dang, this person really had an impact, and now your seat is empty because you did. So now they're looking at it, that might ruin their whole day. The other students might feel the same way, like, yo, his seat's empty, he really gone. Your family, they're gonna be devastated. Your extended family gonna be devastated, right? You realize that you matter a lot more, even though you might feel alone in this life, like you're doing this all by yourself. You might have some sort of goal or dream that nobody's really supporting you on. You gotta realize you're still not alone regardless. You got God with you as well, right? I know that has saved me plenty of times from going through with committing the sue. I ain't gonna say the real word, right? But the truth is you matter a lot more than you think. When you walk past people, people will look and people will try to get a feel for you, even if it might seem like they're minding their own business. So that's why even the people that you don't know, you could be impacting their lives. Me, I got a channel, I'm impacting hundreds of lives per day, right? At least that's what they tell me in the comments. I'm not gonna be like a cocky about it, because me, I just want to be here to help, you know what I mean? For the soul and spirit, yeah, feel me? But listen, when it comes down to being on your journey, this isn't just for you. You got to realize, when you realize that it's way bigger than you, that's when stuff really starts to go your way, right? If you're only doing this for you, you're gonna find yourself very frustrated. You're gonna give up, honestly, you're gonna give up quick. But once you realize it's bigger than you and that you're actually changing people and you're actually like putting an impact on your lives, that's what people live for. That's really what community is. That's what saves lives on the daily. Being able to really help your community out and beyond that as well. That's what this is all about. Semen retention isn't just some gimmick that you can just do to, yeah, the benefits are this, and that. Benefits are great to hear, and it's a great motivator, and it's a good sort of indicator of the progress that you made on your journey, but it's way bigger than just progress and all of this stuff. It's way bigger than just what happens, and that's what I really wanted to convey in this video. It might not have been the prettiest way, it might have been sloppy, but it's good to be proud of yourself and what you've done, man. I came a long way from just watching pornography every day, jerking off, man, I came a long way. If you guys see what I looked like in middle school, you'd be like, I still looked it the same, but you could tell I got a glow to me now. I got like some sort of aura to me now, right? But if you saw what I looked like back in middle school, you'd be like, man, this dude ain't had nothing going for him. Obviously, it's middle school, so it's like not nothing. The expectations aren't crazy, but that's what makes it even worse. That's why I was so content. There were no expectations on me for real. Now there is, but you know, I'm not really focused on that. I got more expectations for myself, if anything, right? Even though obviously it's bigger than you, but you feel me? Yeah. But I think that's what I wanted to convey in this video, man. I always appreciate y'all for tuning in. SBSFOL. You know I love you guys, man. Praise to the Most High. Be thankful that you are here today, that you are able to really just flow through life and just be grateful for all your struggles, be grateful for all the peaks and valleys, and just thank God, man. Thank God that you're here. I definitely am glad that you're here for sure. You know what I mean? And then, hey, in the end of the day, bro, we here. We in this life. It's time to live it, for real. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace out.